Hey guys, this is me again. I was I went on my friend's house, yesterday. Actually extremely tired right now. But here's the deal is, I don't do videos like this most of the time, but now I have a story to tell. So, I was questioning doing this because it's not really that, like, personal to you back. So anyway, I go over to my friend's house, and I was supposed to meet up with my friend, and he's supposed to meet up. It's like, well, we have two friends. Well, I have two friends, and anyway, we both know each other, like all three of us. So, I go over to my friend's house, we're all supposed to go over to his house, and then my other friend flakes, and he just says that we don't want to go because we don't want to see Conjuring 2. And, yeah, so he doesn't come at all. And then I was like, alright, cool. I brought my PS4 over, I brought my TV over. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a good time here. And have a good time with my friend, just me and him. And then my other friend calls. Not the same one that we already rejected us, but my other friend. There's another friend. So he calls up, and I'm like, alright, this is cool. Hey, come over. And then I kind of don't really ask my other friend because I know that he's just really open to have anyone over. So he comes over, and I have Overwatch and stuff, and he plays a lot of Overwatch, and I let him just play it just because, he doesn't know this, so just being a nice guy. So after this happens, it gets late, and then later, and now it's about 2 o'clock in the nighttime, and all we're doing is just literally just playing games and just chilling. His mom, my friends that I'm staying at, his mom's kind of like loopy in the head, and everyone I talk to is basically said the same thing. She's either psycho or she's extremely close to being psycho, and I can attest to that too, saying it's pretty true. And so it gets a little bit later in the nighttime. And, like, my friend, I have to put the backstory up a little bit. My friend has, like, 9 people living inside his household, and I would like to exaggerate that, but that is, like, the honest truth. He has, like, flipping, like, I don't even know, he has, like, a whole entire, like, condo at his house for, like, just anyone who wants to come chill. Not chill, but, like, I don't know. He has, let's put it this way, he has 2 babies, like, kind of like newborns. They're kind of like foster kids. So they're living at the house, like, 24/7. They have a toddler, which is weird, but they have a toddler that's like 2 years older than the babies. And so they are all downstairs, like the majority of the time. And since obviously babies sleep a lot and it's so late in the night, they're asleep, like everyone knows that. And basically, my friend that stays at, mom is always never home at nighttime. It seems like every time I go over there, it's like 1 time out of 5 she might be home. All the other times she's always gone. I'm not gonna say where, but she's just always gone. And anyway, like, so after I explain this, so like I said, it's about 2:30 in the morning, and the babies are sleeping. And we're upstairs. So my friend the friend that I'm staying at the house we're just gonna call him, Steven. So Steven, his house, inside his room, Steven has a virtual reality kind of like headset thing type deal. I don't know what you call it, but it's not a virtual reality. It's like, you stick your phone inside like this little headset thing that looks like a virtual reality headset. And it goes like 3D, and like you can like look up and down, side to side. Anyway, it gives it to my other friend, which is over at the house right now. I'm gonna call him Max. So Steven gives Max the virtual reality, which I'm gonna call it headset. And Max is over here, and he's like, oh, I want something scary. And let me remind you, it's like 2:30, the babies are sleeping. And his mom's out I think she's probably out right now. When she comes back, it's like she conveniently comes back at the time the babies wake up. That kind of like just destroyed all the build-up. But that's what happens. And anyway, so Max is over here, like, he wants a scary 3D world, I guess.
I need help.
So Steven goes, alright man, I got you. So he like goes on the App Store, and he's like searching for scary stuff. So he finds The Conjuring 2. My friend Max has already seen The Conjuring 2, so he kind of knows what to expect. But he hasn't seen it like inside a virtual reality headset that's like three-dimensional. He can look around, kind of like act like he's inside the like scenery of like Conjuring 2. So anyway, Max is like basically watching The Conjuring 2 inside a virtual reality headset, and he gets spooked, but he gets spooked a little bit too much. So Max jumps on the bed, and the bed isn't right over where the baby sleeps or something really close. And at this point, I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. So unlike the immediate repercussion, there isn't really anything big, too big that's going on right now downstairs. I don't hear any babies waking up or anything like that. So like, I'm like, alright, I think we're good at one time. So then Max is still watching The Conjuring, and then he like gets freaked out again, and then his voice gets raised, and then he wants Steven to look at The Conjuring, but Steven's too smart, and he says, no, I'm not looking at The Conjuring, the babies are sleeping. And knowing in the back of my mind that, you know, Steven's mom is a little bit loopy in the head, and this isn't gonna go good. So like, anyway, so later, about 30 minutes after 2:30, so now we're getting about the 3 o'clock range. And then something went wrong upstairs. Either we talked too loud, the babies somehow, you know, I don't know, they're babies, anything wakes them up really. And anyway, so Steven, Max, and me are sitting up in the room. I hear footsteps pounding up. And yeah, so this I was like, oh my gosh, his mom's coming up here, like in the back of my mind. I already knew it was his mom. There's no more hiding. You already know it's his mom. And so Steven's mom is, you know, basically coming up here like a mad woman. And I was a little bit spooked, to be totally honest. And then she like freaking like does a Metal Gear like shotgun bursting through that lock on the door. I mean, she's like force kicking this like a front kick. I mean, it's like a little bit crazy for me. And then I look over my shoulder. I'm balling up on some NBA right now.
Kill bashing, kill the fuck.
And Steven still has his virtual reality headset on. And I mean, he looks like a pretty big dangus right now. I'm not gonna lie, because everyone does whenever they have those things on. So I look over my shoulder. I'm playing NBA. Okay, so back to the story. I was playing NBA basically. His mom walks upstairs. And, yeah, her mom, no, not her mom, it's Steven's mom. Steven's mom is, like I said, psycho, so she, like, walked up there, like, Call of Duty kicks his door down, and she was looking at me, Justin, Steven, Justin is, I'm Steven's brother, and,
Heroes never die.
And then he's looking at, let's just say she's looking at all of us. And she has like this wild eye in her look, and I'm like, this doesn't look good at all. And so after that, I mean, she like starts raging. She like thinks that like Justin and Steven are like having a brawl up here, like talking like throwing crap and like wrestling upstairs. The baby's sleeping, and apparently the babies woke up and you can hear him crying downstairs. And so she thinks they're doing that, but we actually, in all actuality, is just Max jumping on the bed. And so after that, she just like walked downstairs, and like that really was just the end of that night. And it was already like 3 o'clock, so there wasn't much more to it. So the next morning, I wake up. I mean, I leave the house at about 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, I'd get that 8:30. I go to bed at like at 4, wake up at 8. I go to VBS, and then so after I got back, I had to come back because I had to pick up all my crap, and I was kind of sitting there just like chill there, I guess, because my school's like right next there, and I had to go to football at 3 o'clock, and it was a waste of me to go back to my house and waste gas. So I'm basically staying at Steven's house until I go back to football. And so I come back from BBS, like I said, and everything's fine. everything's fine. Like, you know, I actually walk upstairs. Everyone's still sleeping. It's like 12. I was totally expecting this. I'm the only one on this earth that would ever go to sleep at 4 and wake up at 8 the next morning. And act like it was a smart idea to do so. And, so anyway, so Max is, you know, still sleeping. Steven's still sleeping. Justin's still sleeping. So I basically go in there and I just wake them all up. As simple as that. I wake everyone up inside the room. So as soon as everyone's awake, Max literally within like 2 minutes of being awake turns on my PS4, grabs the chair next to him, sits down in it and starts playing some Overwatch. I'm still like, I don't really care. I can just play as much as I want when I get home. So that's what I basically feel on the people playing my games most of the time. And so anyway, Steven, you know, he's just getting dressed and he gets a text from his stepdad that says, "Hey, tell you and Justin, you need to find out what you want to do for you know, summers." And Steven says he wants to move back to his dad's, his OG dad's, his like bloodline. So you know, this didn't fly well with his mom at all. And Steven basically has to go downstairs and talk to his mom for like about 2 matches in Overwatch, so I can estimate around like 20 minutes. And me and Max are sitting up in the room. I mean, it's a little bit like, what do you call it? It's a little bit sticky in the air, cause like we all know that this isn't a good moment, and it's for Steven in his life right now. And Steven surprisingly is living. After talking to his mom, he walks back upstairs, and at this moment in time I have a gut feeling that like all hell is just about to break loose. It's like 5 minutes later, I hear pounding on the floor steps again. It's just like last night when his mom busted in through the door. And she busts through the door, but this time it's not like she's like, "Oh wow, there's company over." She knows we're over, and she hears us making fun of her. And oh my gosh, she like points at me and Max, and she's like, "GTFO." And I was like, okay. And I'm like running in my mind down these stairs. But Max in front of me is going like as slow as snails. So like we're like going outside, and as soon as me and Max get outside, we're kind of like, you know, we're just gonna like sit. Me and Max were all like, we're just gonna like sit here and gossip about Steven's mom for a little bit. So we do that, we do so, and after we're done gossiping about Steven's mom, we kind of like, you know, head back to our cars. It's just gonna be another average day. Except the fact that Steven's life just got completely ruined, as he'll soon come find out after he walks out of the house and talks to Max. And but Steven doesn't come and talk to me, which I found kind of peculiar. And you know what, I was like, you know, my PS4 and my TV are still in there, you know, I'm gonna go back in there and get it when I go back from football. So I was like, in the meantime, I'm gonna call Max and see what's up with Steven. So I call Max. It's like ring, ring, ring. Max picks up, and I'm like, "Yo, Max, how's it going?" And he's like, "Oh, it's going good." And I'm like, "Alright, so what happened with Steven?" And he's like, "Oh, well, basically, Steven is now moving downstairs and has all of the electronics taken away. Chances are his mom is not liking the deal of Steven moving back to his own bloodline dad at all. And yeah. So Steven's life is completely done for the rest of the summer. And at this point I'm like, oh man, this sucks really bad for Steven. And I'm like, well, more importantly, but what I really want to know is if there's a fight up there, man, my PS4 and my TV better not be broken at all. So I'm calling everyone I know to get a hold of someone inside this household. And then Justin starts texting me, he's all lifesaver, and then he tells me that he's moving all my PS4 and TV outside, and just come pick it up whenever you're ready. I was like, alright, sounds good. I go pick it up, and after that I just go to football, come home, make a YouTube video, half asleep, And that was my day. Thank you.